Thank you. Hey, what's up guys? Wolf Gaming here with the Thursday Night Football on Madden 19. We're doing some franchise Panthers vs. Buffalo Bills. I'm going to be doing Panthers against Bills of AI. So make sure you guys enjoy, drop a like, share the video if you are not already, subscribe, hit that notification bell in the bottom right, and enjoy the gameplay.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, 2015 NFL MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers as they get set to take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Star Latulippe breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch. I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And here come the Bills.
Alright.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A running play now for Ivory. And he won't get to the marker, as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a first down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's almost guaranteed points the other way. But I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast, because they did not cash in for any good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Let's go!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Calvin Benjamin from 6 yards away. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
And how about that for Josh Allen? His first touchdown pass in the NFL. He had plenty of success throughout the University of Wyoming. But when you throw your first touchdown in the league, that's what you've been dreaming of since you were a small child.
One to cherish forever, and you talk about his success. He had 44 touchdown passes in his 2 seasons at Wyoming. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These two teams met in Week 2 last year, and it was all field goals. 9-3, the Panthers getting the victory. They would hold off a late Bills drive in the final seconds of the win. Here's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had. Rush coming, and he's taken down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 34 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Gilbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards in the completion.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk too much so people can hear commentate.
Receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Okay, I have party chat disabled.
On 3rd and 2, Gilbert. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
first down. Gilbert. Screen play. Anderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. 3-19.
Off play action. Gilbert. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here is Anderson on 3rd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Gilbert. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here. Back to throw. Gilbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
McCarron now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here we go. 3-19.
Working from the gun here, McCarron completes it to Lee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. From the gun, it's McCarron. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the ground, Ivory. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
McCarron on third and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Nick O'Leary, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It is back to football for 22 teams here on this Thursday night, minus the Ravens and Bears who played last week. And we want to remind you that coming up on the first Sunday of the NFL season, we'll begin taking a look around the NFL at halftime with stats and scores from games in progress. In our game, Most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, here's McCarron. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
This be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now McCarron over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Travaris Cadet, his first carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game. No gain.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
C.J. Anderson past the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time run there by Anderson. 66 yards for him on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On first down, they go option to the right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. I was just confused on that one. I had third down written. It said third down on the scoreboard. Do you think the sideline lost track? Maybe they thought it was fourth?
Something went haywire, and I'll admit it, I've lost track of downs before, but I'm not the one calling plays. I'm not the one keeping track here. They have to know this. And look, I love my football north of the border as much as anyone, but here it's 4 downs. All right, I can't believe they tried it that way and then went ahead and faked it as well. Nothing doing.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
McCarron to throw on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go now.
Now McCarron. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go back to Cadet. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. A nice little juke. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Not that bad.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd down. Here's an option right. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gilbert. He'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.